Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl CheKesha Simms, and I am going to show you how I made these pocketed dashboards using these super cute papers that came out of the August kit from Villabeautifful's kit called VB Studios. Now I've already cut these to the size of my B6 because I am setting up my B6 for the month of September using all of these papers. So what I do is I definitely use this craft board or whatever you call it, and so I can see how I'm lining up my papers. I always make sure that I put the sealed side to the left because that's how I feed it through the laminator, and I do use a Scotch laminator. And what I do is I lay the papers that I've pre-cut. The part that's going to be in the inside, I have those faced upward. That way when I close it, the side that I want exposed will show. So make sure when you're laying down your papers, this is the side that I want to be the front, and this is the side that I want to be the inside. So that has to be face up, only for the purposes of what I will do next, and that is laying my pockets down. Now if you're not putting any pockets, if you're not creating your own pockets, it doesn't matter which way you lay them because you just fold it in whatever direction that you want. So because I like to keep a little bit of spacing for the binding, I always want to make sure that I am lining them up perfectly. So if you can kind of see the way I do my laminate, I put the laminate like under the number portion, and then I put the papers on that dark pink line. So this is a smaller pocket and I have a larger pocket, and as you can see, I want to alternate. I'm going to have the smaller pocket on the left side, and I'm using the smaller pocket I'm creating it by taking it and reversing it, because you want the shiny side to touch and you want the frosty side to expose. If you have the frosting side, if you keep it like it is, it's just going to be sealed and it's not going to make a pocket. So make sure you do what I just did, pick it up, just take that front piece and put it behind it. That way, and I'm going to show you again, just take it and just literally put it behind, and it'll line up exactly like you want it. Now when you do this, it does make the laminates pockets that you create slippery. So you want to be very, very careful when you are laying them down and folding that back over. And typically what I do is just pick up the whole board and take it over with me to the laminator. And as you can see, I'm holding it. I always pick it up when I put it in the laminator by holding the pockets, because once those pockets shift and you put it in the laminator and it runs through, it's going to be a little bit too late. So you want to definitely make sure when you're sliding it and you pick it up like that. So what I'm doing now, I'm just going to go ahead and slide it through the laminator. Just for time reasons, I didn't show that process, but this is what they look like after you run them through. And some of them are different. Some of them have 2 pockets, some of them have 1 pocket, but it's your preference however you want to do this. You can just get the pockets that are already made from Target and add them yourself. So right here where that little air pocket is, that's where you want to cut. That part will open up the pocket so you can put everything in it. And I like to use this metal ruler just because it is a little bit heavier. And then I just lightly cut on that air pocket, and you can tell that you're cutting it in because you'll kind of hear it make this like funny, cracking noise. And I always like to take my the back side of my X-Acto knife and run it through just to make sure that I have it all the way open, because it is fairly tight when you first cut. So I'm going to cut this pocket as well, and again, just lightly. Once you hear that noise, you know you're cutting through that air pocket. And then again, like I said, I take the back and I just kind of run it through, and I'm sticking my Erin Condren ruler in there just to show you that the pocket is open. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and do one more just to kind of show you, and I'm gonna just kind of speed this one through, but doing it the exact same way, just slicing down that little air pocket portion, and then taking my X-Acto knife and running it through just to make sure that it is open. And if it doesn't open, that's probably because you didn't take the laminate and put it shiny side to shiny side. So now it's time to go ahead and cut the dashboard, all that extras. So at the bottom, I typically don't have to cut it because how I put the papers on when I first put it through the laminator. So I'm technically just cutting the tops and the sides. Like I said, very rarely will I have to cut that bottom because I make sure that I lay my paper as close to the end as possible, so I don't have to worry about fooling with that part. So what I now like to do, excuse me, what I want to do now is to make sure I have it right, because sometimes it doesn't work. And as you can see, it fits perfectly. And again, that binding part, to me, I just like it. That's my preference. So now I'm taking this bone knife and just making sure it creases and folds. I'm using my corner rounders because the edges are pretty sharp once you kind of cut it. And these corner rounders, you can get them in different sizes. And then what I like to do is to go right up here in the spine and create like a little groove. And I do that because when you put your dashboards inside of your planner, you don't want the strings to rub and fray. So I think that's a very important thing to do. Now, if you don't have a corner rounder, you can also use a hole punch. And I've used a hole punch in a video before. If you go under my DIY videos, you'll see plenty of videos where I've made these type of dashboards before. So now what I'm going to do is just to go through and slice all of these up so I can get them ready to go ahead and get into my actual planner. So this is, like I said, this is what I normally do when I'm setting up my planners. I'll either make a permanent dashboard, which this is, or I'll just use some top loading dashboards that I've created myself, cut the papers and put the papers inside. But I just wanted to show you another way to make these. That way you can have them, you know, for next time. All right, love. So now that you've seen how I've created my laminate pocketed dashboard covers, I also have some of the vellum that came from the kit. These two came from the kit. These two were from Jacinia Printables. And then these were just some that I had in my vellum stash. And I actually printed these myself on vellum that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. So now we're gonna go ahead and deconstruct my B6. As y'all know, I've been in my A5. So this, let's see when the last time I was in here. I was in here, April was the last time that I was in here. So this setup is actually a setup from the Galentine's kit from Shopvillabeautifful, and that just shows you, I mean, I've been in here since I've been in my B6 since the beginning of the year, and I typically use the same inserts. I don't really switch up too much except for my weekly. So these dashboards are actually reusable dashboards. This time I decided to do permanent dashboards. I did not want to do reusable ones, and all I do is cut them like I do the dashboards that I did today, but I just can put them in and out, and that way I can interchange them with other papers when I get them. And this is actually just a laminate, a clear pocket that came from Target. Sometimes I make my own pockets, sometimes I choose the lazy way and use these, but this time I decided to create my own pockets. So we're gonna go ahead and take all of this stuff off, and this is my monthly. I'm gonna keep the acetate because right now I don't have any acetate, and I had something on here I had to take off. So This is just some undo. It'll be dried up by the time I use and this is my monthly calendar from also CheKesha Printables, and I absolutely love it, so we're going to keep that on. This is where my weekly would go, and this is one where I made with a pocket, and all these will be reused. I'll take the papers out later, and we're going to go ahead and just slide this weekly in here as well. And so this is another weekly I'm going to be using. I don't know what I'm going to use it for yet. I may use it for my PR stuff or my business, but this is another weekly insert, and this one is from, I have to double check. All right, so I'm not sure where I got this from, and I looked all through my Etsy downloads, but I know it's from Etsy. But this one I can't wait to use. This is from CheKesha Printables. This is similar to the one that I've been using in my A5, but I like this a lot better because it just has this note section here. So with my A5, it had like shopping to do, meals and all of that stuff, and which is cool, but this is perfect for me. So yeah, I'm excited about using that. So I have this weekly, and then this will be my weekly that I use for my faith writing plan, and this came from Daily Blot. I hope I said that name right. Yes, Daily Blot. They have a lot of amazing daily blots, and they have a lot of amazing inserts as well. And I'm kind of happy that I'm going back to my B6 because it's so much easier to find stuff for your B6. So this will be my notes section, and I do have a insert. I have actually two inserts that I ordered from one of my faves, and that is the 1407 planner. So I have a note section that'll be going here, and this is going to be my extras, so any specific projects or inserts that's related to one main topic will go here as well. And those two inserts are coming from 1407, so I haven't gotten them yet, but we can still go ahead and get this set up. So I like to alternate from either light to dark or dark to light. So I want to start it out with dark this time because I'm always doing light. And since this is my monthly, I decided to have the one with the double pockets. So we're gonna go ahead and just slide this in. Super easy, and see how it covers the insert perfectly. Always like to leave just a little bit of free edge on there. That's just my thing. And then those slits that I use, again, it's so the elastics won't rub and tear and start to fray. So then we're gonna go light, and also I am alternating between pocket styles. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the one pocket, and I'm gonna use this one right here. And y'all, I need to upgrade my workstation. It is so tight. I said I was gonna go to like Goodwill and see if I can find a desk, and then or like a dinner table or something like that, and then paint it all white. Okay, so I don't have a lot of dark because I didn't want to make it too dark, but let's see. We have this color. Which one I want to do next? I'm going to do this one next, and this one is actually one of the digital printables, because she does also, when you get the paper pack, you get a digital download that has all of the papers as well as die cuts. And I am going to do a part 2 to this video, so it's going to include me with doing the inserts as well as some of the die cuts that I'm going to print from the digital downloads. So then we're going to go with, let's see, I need another second pocket, so we're going to go with this one right here. I'm going to put that right there. And I'm really I think I'm gonna like OD with the bookmarks because I'm not really a paper clip person because they come off the planner, but I definitely like the dangles, so I might get some more of these. So we have this one in here. So then the last two will be for my notes, and somehow I ended up with a pocket out of order. Let's see. Yes. Certain things I don't make a big deal about, but order I do. So we're gonna put this one here. And this is actually, I got this from a buy sell trade group, this planner. It's from Mystic Little Gifts, and I really love this, and I debated on getting a Foxy fix, but I was on the fence, and I'm still kind of off with my pocket, y'all. I know y'all probably like, chick, kill that noise with the pocket. And this is where the issue lies, right here. So we're going to put her here. Oh, do I want to do this one? At this point, it doesn't really matter, I guess. We could put her here. So we got the double there. And then we're gonna put this one here. Yeah, so I debated about getting a Foxy fix. And I'm not really big on spending a whole lot of money on my covers because I like to switch them out so often. Yeah, so this is, I believe it's a wide. Now I do have a little bit of hang time, but that does not bother me at all. You know, some people have certain things that kill their vibes, others do not. That doesn't bother me. So now that we have all of those inserts in here, now we're going to add the lettuce. And oh my gosh, Amber from Planning a Better Me on Instagram, she's described it so perfectly. The acetate is the bun and the vellum is the lettuce and the insert is the meat. I think that's what she said. And if you're vegan, it's the vegan patty. So what I want to go ahead and do is kind of separate how I'm going to do this. And because I have two vellums from Shopvillabeautifful, I want to kind of spread it out how I'm going to do this. So I really love these, you guys. So we're going to put this one first, then we're going to do that one, and then we're going to do the dark. I know y'all like, really, Keisha? And then we're going to do the white one because that one's dark, and then we're going to do the pins, and then we're going to do the hearts. Now I do have more acetate that I may or may not add. I don't know, we'll see. And you'll just have to tune back in for part 2 because I don't want this video to be super long and drawn out. And I did ask you guys to vote and let me know if you'd rather me do a flip through or a full setup video. And for the 2 people that voted, they voted for a full setup video. So that's what I'm doing now. And it probably would have been a lot more easier just to kind of slide them all in together because this vellum kind of sticks when you're putting it in. That looks pretty like that. Okay, okay, come through. All right, so the next one is my weekly. And the reason why I wanted to use this one because it has the traveler's notebooks and the coffee, and y'all already know your girl is all about the coffee. And if you want, you can go in and round your acetate and as well put the little groove at the top to keep it from ripping, because what I have noticed, sometimes my acetate does rip because of the elastics, but it's no big deal to me. So then we're gonna put this, again, I know like some stuff is a big deal, sometimes stuff isn't, but yeah. All right, and this white contrast is really good with this dark inside, so I'm glad I did that. And I really like this insert to use for my faith, my scripture writing, because it gives me an opportunity if I want to put a sticker here to decorate it, and then write my scriptures here. Typically I do one verse scripture, so I'm not really bugging out about the space, and then I can write tiny, so that is perfect. And this is going to go perfect as well, because this is where I'm going to put my note section. And since these are little pins, look like little pin gems, I need a BB one though. And then this one again is special projects, which is also perfect because hearts special. Yeah, that's my rationale. Okay, so now that I have all of my dashboards in here, I want to go ahead and start filling in my pockets. So in the kit, she did have these cute journaling cards, or I like to call them pocket cards. You can call them whatever you like. And then she had these cards as well. So she also had these backings on the kits. And I like to use them as background papers. So what I am going to go ahead and do first is just to trim these down to the size that I need. And I'm gonna keep this. I don't know, I feel like I wanna make this a die cut. So I'm gonna put this over to the side. I cut the header off, and this is just what tells you what was on here. These were the dainty stickers. So I'm just gonna take this and cut that off. And I like to go down a couple times just to make sure. This one, I'm gonna do the same thing. These are with the journaling cards, or AKA in my world, I call the pocket cards. And what I'm gonna actually do is cut this in half, because not only do I like layering my stickers, I like layering my background stuff. And then this is a biggin. This is a biggin. So I think I'm going to, let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it off just at the wording. So just bring this down. Perfect. All right, so this first pocket, I absolutely love this, very beautiful. So I'm gonna put this right here, and then I'm gonna take this card and put it behind it like that, just as a little abstract. And then I had some of these strips left over. So I'm going to, my wire keeps getting in the way. I'm gonna cut this right at the groove, and we're gonna set that right in here like so. So then this is the back part. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this yet, but let's just go ahead and deal with the small pockets. And I did every other. So then we have this one right here. We're going to do Girl with a Plan. And I want to use this because it actually kind of matches. And let's see, I could actually rip it in half because it was folded. And I'll put that there. And let's see. Put the other side right there. I feel like I want to stagger it a little bit. Let's cut the bottom. Yep, That is cute. Alrighty, moving right along to this part. I really love this washi card. This washi card is everything to me. And what I actually want to do with this one, I want to put this at the bottom like so. And let's see. I'm gonna put this in there as well. It's a little tight, but we won't make it work. Put that like that. Turn it around the other way. I feel like I want to cut it to match in size. Let's see. I'm gonna slide her over some. There we go. That is cute. Then, do we have another pocket? This one right here. And so I'm torn between these two. Like, I feel like I'm gonna put this like in a little frame. So I'm not gonna put this one in here because this is like everything to me. So we're gonna put that over to the side. And we're gonna put this one right here. And I'm gonna do this one solo dolo because it's a lot going on over there as well. All right, so now we have some of these back pockets. Now some of these back pockets I will actually, the bigger pockets I will use for different things like this. I'm gonna put my notepad in. I do like the note paper to stick over, so all I gotta do is pull it off. And I feel like I want to just cut this part off. So let's go ahead and do that. And y'all, these are my new fit scarves. I have a pair that looks like an ice cream cone that my bonus son gave me. But make sure you get a pair of these because when you're cutting stickers, they do not stick on your stickers at all. It just, when it cuts, it comes right off and you don't have to worry about peeling off all of that stuff. And right now they do have them at Target for like $1 and some change. Then they have the sports ones, in which those are a little bit more. But you can get the pointy tip or the round. I got the pointy. But these are a good buy. I do recommend them. This fits so perfect. So all I gotta do is write my notes, rip it off, and put it where I want to put it. So let's see. We have this back pocket here. My thing is I'm trying to decide where I want to put these. The one thing that I don't care for about this is it doesn't have a pocket. So anything that I do, I'd have to have it like poking out. And I think I want to put this in here to give it a little bit of zhuzh, a little bit of cuteness. And then this is where I want to see if it'll fit, but you might not be able to see it. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it now unless I cut it in half. Let's cut this in half. Okay, now let's try it. Just a little too tall, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I just gotta snip the bottom just a little bit. Okay. Let's see. All right, perfection. Like, I just wanted you to see it just a little bit. because I don't want to cut my card, and that fits snug like that. Okay, we are on a roll. So now I think I want to go ahead and just, because I don't put a lot in my monthly, I'm gonna stick this back here in this back pocket like so, and then we're going to add this as well, and I'm gonna cut this down just a little bit. And I know this is a long video, that's why I'm gonna do a part 2, because I'm going to add some other elements to this layout. Yes, that is so cute. Okay, so I don't know which pin I want to put over here. We'll figure out. So the last thing that I want to add is this. This is like the little the insert where you can put stuff in there, and I'm gonna actually put this in the back, and I'm gonna try something different. Let's see how this is gonna work, because this can actually go in my Hobonichi, but I don't want to put it in my Hobonichi. I feel like I want to put this closer to the front. Let's see. Thank you. Let's put this here. Okay, I like that. So that way I can put some extra stuff here if I need to. And then I can also put stuff here and here if I need to as well. So I like that. And she's getting really chunky. So now what I'm gonna do, I know I said earlier I wasn't a bow person, but I do like a few bows here and there. So we are going to add, let's see, we are in, this is going to be my September setup. So I'm going to just put the paper clip here that was made by Sassy Bows and Clips and put her there. That way I have my September like that. And I'm going to kind of slide her over a little bit. And then, because I don't like to have stuff too close to each other, we're gonna put this in our faith section. And this pink one came from a Simply Gilded box. So we're gonna put her on the end. I'm just gonna seal her up like that. Let's see what she looks like. Okay, come through. Let me pull this one out some, make some adjustments. I think I want another one of these from Sassy. I'm gonna have to hit her up. I would love to get a pink one. So this is part 1 of my setup. Like I said, it's a few other little things that I will be doing. I will be doing my B6 monthly, so stay tuned for that. And I'm gonna be actually using a monthly kit from another sticker shop, but I want to show you how to set my monthly up. And then I will be doing my weekly, and of course my first spread will be with the amazing sticker kit from Villabeautifful's August box, the VB Studio. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. And then I'll just be adding like little things here and there just to kind of spruce it up a little bit, because this will probably be my setup through December. I don't really do a lot of setup changes based on holidays. So this is going to be pretty much it. So once I get my other inserts, I will do a full flip through video. So if you missed the setup, I will also leave the setup video in my flip through when I film that as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about any of the things that I used or how I set it up, feel free to drop a comment below in the comments box. And as well, if you like this video and you would like for me to do more setup videos, which there probably won't be a lot because I only do them kind of like seasonally or every 2 or 3 quarters of the year. But if you like to see more setup style videos, let me know that as well. But outside of that, make sure you give me a big old thumbs up if you like this video, and as well, so you won't miss my flip through of the final look of this planner. Make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you won't miss out. So if this has inspired you to go ahead and get your planners out and set them up with your VB kits, go ahead and do that, and make sure you tag me on Instagram at herlovelyplan. So until next time, loves, peace.